Hey, what's going on, internet? It's Khalif here for This Place Is Weird. I got another story to talk about with you guys today. This one is a little raw still, just because I am unfortunately a Cowboys fan, which means another year of disappointment, mediocrity. But I've gotten used to it. Like, quite literally, the year I was born was the year the Cowboys decided to stop winning. I think it was something to do with me. I was born in Dallas, and they were just like, oh, well, we can't win no more. This is Khalif's team now. But anyways, let me get to the story. This is from the Spun video. Ugly brawl breaks out after Cowboys loss on Sunday. Emotions got the best of a dozen or so fans following the Dallas Cowboys' heartbreaking postseason loss to the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday. The Cowboys fell to the 49ers 23-17 in the wild card round on Sunday afternoon. As players and refs left the field, a few fans began heaving objects to the field. It was an ugly scene, which was later supported by quarterback Dak Prescott, who was clearly upset with the officials. Ugly fan behavior didn't stop there, though. A massive brawl broke out outside the stadium between a dozen or so fans. Take a look. Yeah, let's look at it real quick. I might get struck because I put this on YouTube, but I mean, you get a quick idea of what's going on here. People kicking the dude while he's down in the back of the head. That's a Cowboys fan. I don't know if he's defending somebody that's down on the ground. That's a random pack, or no, that's Cowboys jersey. Thankfully, security's there. Security. Yeah, I don't need to finish watching all of that. The tagline is some Dallas Cowboys fan mad as hell after that loss. For those of you not in the urban cultural bubble, as L is a abbreviation for as hell. I learned that watching prison channels. Thank you very much. Okay, anyways, yikes. It's a good thing security officials stepped in and tried to break things up. It doesn't make things better when you consider Dak Prescott supported reckless fan behavior after the game. It was previously believed that Cowboys fans were throwing objects at players, but it was later revealed it was intended for the officials. And here's some video of the fans chucking stuff on the field after the refs. Man. Okay, so I'm over the refs messing up because I didn't know anything about the technicalities of it's the umpire specifically that has to be the one to spot the ball. So I thought that was a little silly to say, why are you so far away from the play if you're the one that has to touch the ball? But I mean, the Cowboys called a stupid-ass play anyway. All right, let me finish the article. When discovering this, Prescott voiced his support for fans' behavior toward the officials. Quote, a credit to them then, Prescott said. The fans felt the same way as us. I guess that's why refs took off and got out of there so fast. I think everybody is upset with the way this thing played out. Refs weren't the reason the Cowboys lost Sunday's postseason battle. It's going to be a long offseason for Prescott and the Cowboys. I'm glad for these two paragraphs here because it's so true, dude. The first half was not the ref's fault, dude. Oh my god, don't get me started. I always hate it whenever sports fans, athletes, just because the ref maybe had a mistake, made a bad decision in the quote unquote crucial moments in the game, you guys are gonna forget literally the previous 59 minutes when y'all were losing, dude. Like, we were supposedly the number one offense in the league, but y'all can't put up more than 17 points at home. Word. All right, anyways, that's not even what I really wanted to talk about. We could go anywhere for sports and all that stuff, and this isn't a sports channel. But the thing that made me want to talk about this real quick is I remember I didn't even read about this or know about the bottles being thrown before I had mentioned to somebody that being a Cowboys fan is one of the most embarrassing things, not because the Cowboys suck, but because of how Cowboys fans act, quote unquote Cowboys fans. I forget, somebody once mentioned that there's a difference between Cowboys Nation and Cowboys fans, because there's definitely a distinction between the casual people just like Cowboys from like all over the world, all over the country for no reason, but I'm a football fan. I'm a fan of the game of football, and I'm from Dallas, which means I didn't even when I first started watching football, because I got acclimated to the sport playing Madden. I started with Madden 2003. The first teams I was a fan of were the Packers and the Rams, and then once Madden 2005 came around, I started playing with the Eagles. And as time moved on, I gravitated towards liking franchises that are run well and that have players that I admired. So I always liked the Ravens. I always liked the I've always liked the Steelers. I've always liked the Saints. The Cowboys aren't necessarily the best run team, but anyways, I'm still a Cowboys fan because I have regional loyalty and things of that sort. But what I said to somebody the other day is like, being a Cowboys fan is almost like signing up for being black twice, because Cowboys fans are always doing and saying some of the most like embarrassing stuff, to where you know that whenever somebody does it and they like are being viewed at from an outside perspective, like this is a Cowboys fan doing that, it's always like, oh, Cowboys fans are like that, but it's not necessarily the case. That I really just wanted to just say we're not all the same, dude. There's plenty of people that are in these clips that are Cowboys fans that aren't throwing trash at people, that aren't brawling and stuff like that. And it's rough to say, because I mean, a lot of sports fans just in general from the outside of the sports bubble have a really negative perception of what sports fans are, because of the like worst incidents of what sports fans do, like riots after winning games, fighting over soccer matches and stuff in Europe and stuff. I know the Philadelphia Eagles are kind of like the NFL scapegoat for trashy fan bases, because they've cheered on people's injuries and people throwing batteries, or people have thrown batteries at players on field. But it's like, I'm pretty sure not every fan at the arena was down with that, wasn't cheering for injuries, wasn't throwing batteries at people. But I just I kind of just wanted to bring up how I'm not sure what there is to say about how there's so many different groups, different tribes, different labels that people get assigned to them or assign themselves to, and you just have absolutely zero control over how people look at you based on that label because of what other people have done. This is I think that's all I wanted to get out. This isn't really the most bizarre news, and it wasn't necessarily like a I don't know. Maybe I'm projecting into this a little bit, but it's just really, I being a Cowboys fan is a whack. I'll just tell you that much, because you gotta deal with the team, you gotta deal with Jerry Jones, and you gotta deal with other Cowboys fans that are getting on you for actually having a brain and criticizing your team logically, dude. Like, if you say anything about Dakota Prescott, you're a hater. People don't like you, dude. Oh my God. Anyways, I just wanted to address that. It's really sad whenever people fight over sports, but we don't even know what happened. I mean, it's in the parking lot. We know that these people were throwing shit because of sports, which is embarrassing. And then Dakota gets on fucking on microphone and says, well, the fans are a credit to them. Then that is not a good look, and it's just gonna add more fuel to the fire whenever these people decide to act out and feel like it's justified because a referee made a bad decision or acted like an idiot. And man, the proliferation of sports betting just makes it much worse. It primes people's brains for people to be cheating, for people to be acting out of self-interest and stuff. So things that go wrong in this case are always going to be like, well, this guy bet his house on the 49ers, of course he fucked it up for the Cowboys. It's like, dude, shit happens, man. But yeah, I think the main thing I just want to talk about is how you get caught up in these groups and then have no control over the perception of the group. So I guess all you can do is just try to be a credit to your group whenever you try to represent them and go out there. I don't know. Like I said, being a Cowboys fan is like signing up for being black twice, and that reminds me of also what Stephen A said once. Black people go to work with a responsibility, or everybody else goes to work with a job to do. Black people go to work with a responsibility, which, you know, I don't know. I try to get away from all the like super race focused stuff, but I mean, it's definitely when black people are a minority and you don't interact with that minority as much, you should be cognizant of the fact that people will make blanket assumptions about other people based on what you decide to do. And it's not your responsibility to always be, you're not always responsible for everybody else's image, but I mean, that's just kind of how it works out. That's how our brains work. We categorize information that way. We like blanket statements. We like putting people in boxes. Anyways, I've been rambling too long. I didn't want to talk that long about this. Just disappointing. I'm sad. Cowboys suck ass. All right, you guys take care, man. I'm done with this shit.
Someday I'm gonna have you